'tis I. Now, you guys were probably not expecting another video on sensitive society, and honestly, neither was I. But earlier today, I saw a YouTube comment on one of my latest, commentary videos. And this comment was basically giving me small critiques on my commentary, and that's not really important. What's important is this part, where they mention this person. And I read that like 100 times, and I was like, wait, did somebody else make a video on me that I didn't see? So I asked about it, and at the time of recording this, I haven't gotten a response yet, but I don't need a response because I obviously found the video, seeing as I'm obviously talking about that video. But I looked up the user, scrolled down a little bit on their page, and saw my really old and shitty sprite, character sprite on my screen, and I was like, oh, this is it. So I watched it. I've got some things to say about it, so I am going to be reacting to that. And before I start doing that, I actually want to address the title of the video. Yes, this person is a Transmed and a Loli supporter. You may be wondering, what is a Transmed and what is a Loli supporter? A Transmed is somebody who believes that you need dysphoria to be trans, and because of that, they invalidate and usually harass and misgender trans people who do not experience gender dysphoria. And you may be wondering, hey, how can you be trans if you don't experience gender dysphoria? And let me explain. Dysphoria, in general, not even just about gender, is referring to an uncomfortable feeling, like I don't like this kind of feeling. Now, euphoria is the opposite. Euphoria is when you feel happy, you feel good, something makes you feel nice. Now, some people could have no dysphoria when being misgendered or referred to as the wrong gender accidentally, but they may feel a lot of euphoria when referred to as the gender that they identify as, and that then they would still be trans. And whether they choose to consider themselves trans or not is up to them, but it is not up to you. And if you think that you can decide who is and isn't trans, you are gross. I'm sorry. You are not a good person. Transmeds, they suck. The trans community does not claim them. Now, you may be wondering, what is a Loli supporter? A Loli supporter is somebody who supports lolis. And lolis, I'm referring specifically to lolicon. And lolicon is basically sexual hentai, usually, of little girls. This person supports that. I do not know whether they actually actively watch it, and I also do not know this person's age. So if this person does happen to actually watch Lolicon, and they do happen to be an adult, then we have a bigger problem on our hands than just them supporting the idea of sexualizing little kids. And you may be wondering, how do I know that they support these things? My lovely friend Candy actually pointed this out to me when I showed them the video that this person made. I was like, oh my god, look at this video, and they were like, oh my god, look at this other video, and I was like, oh my god. Yeah, it was interesting. And you may be wondering, oh, but where's the Transmed stuff come in? Oh, trust me, you'll see in this fucking video. Anyway, let's get on to the actual video.
Hello again, CarmenRider here, back with another commentary. Today we're going over another white savior.
They only mention the white savior thing in this part of the video. They did not mention it in any other part of the video or went in depth about how I'm a white savior. So, the whole title was basically just for clicks.
The video is titled, Good Video Concept, Shitty and Slightly Transphobic Execution, Sensitive Society. Now just a quick heads up, she does stutter, ramble, and pause a bunch in this video, so I'm gonna be skipping the parts with those. Anyways, let's get into it.
Hello.
Oh, darling, Shannon is the last person you should be taking inspiration from.
I said this and you just brushed it off later in the video, but I don't support Creepshow art, so don't act like I'm some innocent little child who's just supporting Creepshow art blindly. I don't support her. I did support her before the whole drama, but I don't watch her content, nor do I support her anymore, and my hairstyle was literally in no way inspired by her. I was a fan of her at one point, but not at the point where I made my Sona's hairstyle look like this. It was not inspired by her, and if it was unconsciously, and you can literally not blame me for that if it was subconsciously. Today, I'm gonna be doing a reaction video / response video.
The word you're looking for is commentary.
This person gets very nitpicky when it comes to this video, so just letting you know that. To a video that somebody made. The idea of this video is just this dude making fun of stupid Gen Z takes, which I can get behind if it weren't for the casual transphobia.
Oh, well, I'm trans myself, so I'll be the judge of that.
First of all, no, you do not speak for the whole trans community, just as I don't speak for the whole trans community. And I know this will be a surprise to you, but I am also trans. I am not going to blame you for not thinking I'm trans, because not only is my voice very high-pitched, but I also have girl in my username, so it makes sense that I'd be a cisgender woman, right? Well, no, I'm actually a demigirl, and, I am assigned female at birth, but that does not change the fact that I am under the non-binary umbrella, and I, therefore, am trans.
I'm not trying to play identity politics or anything, but you know how white saviors look down on us.
Fun fact, this is the last time that this person mentions white saviors, or me being a white savior. Remember when I said earlier in the video that the white savior thing was literally just for clicks? Yeah. That is literally the only time when it is mentioned. Sir, please learn how to do a thumbnail. Like, even I can do a thumbnail better than this, and I don't even use anything fancy. I literally go into IBS Paint, draw some stupid ass shit, and then put it as the thumbnail.
Alright, let's look.
No. 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 No.
Whoa. Overlaying my thumbnail onto a random ass gaming meme is so funny, I almost forgot to laugh.
At least I was able to improve my thumbnails. Next time use Pixlr E. It's a very good site that can help you make thumbnails. I, and a few other commentators, use it for our thumbnails.
I'm sure whatever the fuck you're trying to promote isn't even available on mobile, so like,
Thank me later.
you can't even see what the woman is saying in the caption. You just say why you shouldn't adopt.
If you use a PC, you can see it perfectly fine.
No, you can't. It still says why you shouldn't adopt. The point of what I was saying wasn't, oh, YouTube cropped the thumbnail weird. It was me saying he did not include the rest of the sentence. First red flag is this dude's name, Sensitive Society. That sounds like some white boy holding like a huge fish in his Facebook profile.
What kind of insult even is that?
It's a stereotype for conservative men, where they're always holding like a huge fish in their profile picture. The whole joke is about that conservative men like to fish and brag about fishing and talk about nothing but fishing. It's a funny stereotype that minorities use to make fun of conservatives, basically. And his username, Sensitive Society, sounds like something a conservative white man would make up, like, oh, society is so sensitive these days, you know, you get what I'm saying?
Also, Sensitive Society is Latino. That's literally a running gag of his.
Something that I made note in my video, which you also reacted to in this video, which we'll get to after they're done reacting to this one, I mentioned that I did not know what his race was. And even if I did, I would have still made the joke, because it's not about his actual race, it's about a funny stereotype of white conservative men based on his username and his content. It has nothing to do with his actual race or his actual personality. It's not about his actual race, and if you think it is, I don't know what to tell you. We'll stop with the rambling and get on to the video. Let's go.
This video.
Casually ableist terms and some alternatives. Don't say this. Try this.
One thing I would like to clarify before I actually get into his response and whatever.
Then why did you play the start of his video?
I played the start of his video because the context of what the dude was saying in the TikTok was relevant to what I was saying, so people needed to know the context before the actual, thing that I was gonna say. And I know commentators like you don't know what context is, but it's very important and you should probably learn how to use it.
If you follow me on Twitter, you might have seen this tweet. My pronouns are not ta/ko, so I would really appreciate it if everyone on here could respect my pronouns, or I'm going to cry. Wait, you got my pronouns wrong.
Starting this off with some light transphobia, not that big of a deal.
Honey, 2 cutes aren't trans. They're all delusional cis girls.
Remember when I said that there was gonna be Transmed shit in here? Well, here we go. First mention of these 2 cutes, and I did not know what 2 cutes were, and I had to look them up. And I looked them up, and apparently a 2 cute is a transgender person who does not experience gender dysphoria. And as you can see by what this person just said using that word, they were saying a very transphobic, very transmedicalist thing. You are disgusting. I dislike you. Go away. Get away. I dislike you. Hate to break it to you, but what other people identify as isn't any of your business, and seeing as you yourself are trans, you should know that. Also, when the fuck did he mention 2 cutes? When did he mention 2 cutes? Tell me. I'm not even joking. I would like to know where in this video at all did he mention trans people who do not experience gender dysphoria, and you bring it up over and over and over again in this goddamn video as if it makes any sense, and it doesn't. Where is your evidence to support the claim that this is about 2 cutes? Where is it? Seriously, because you do not give a single little crumb of evidence.
That's what Sensitive Society was talking about. He wasn't making fun of trans people. He was making fun of people who make up shit like dream gender.
I genuinely have no idea what 2 cutes has to do with, dream gender or xenogenders. Here's my opinion on the whole dream gender thing. There's not much wrong with dream gender, because gender is a social construct, so your gender could literally be anything, which is why I support xenogenders and neopronouns. And this, that tweet was specifically referring to neopronouns. The tweet that was in the Sensitive Society video. And while the tweet itself is funny, there is nothing wrong with it. But what he said, "Oh, I'm gonna cry, boo-hoo-hoo, you got my pronouns wrong," that is transphobic. That is him mocking the trans community. There in no way is any mention of 2 cutes, and the fact that you keep bringing it up as if he is mentioning 2 cutes or people who identify as dream gender is stupid. Unless he says it, I'm not believing it. Like, here's the thing. You can make fun of Gen Z without being offensive to trans people.
His name is literally Sense of Society. He's known for edgy jokes. Hence the name. So not to be that person, but you're literally drawing art of happy tree friends. How are you gonna be offended at jokes, but be fine with cute animals maiming each other?
At least cute animals maiming each other is actually funny. What's not funny is the fact that Sensitive Society constantly downplays people's struggles, especially in this video, trans people's struggles, because haha, pronoun funny. The difference between Happy Tree Friends and Sensitive Society's dark jokes is that Sensitive Society's jokes should not be dark. Really, by the actual definition of dark humor, it is not dark humor. Dark humor is when you joke about a dark or taboo subject. Trans people are not a dark or taboo subject. Sure, you could kind of argue that it's taboo, but it shouldn't be, and it's literally just human beings trying to exist. It's not dark humor. By definition, it's literally just transphobia. Happy Tree Friends is clearly dark humor because it's using dark subjects, you know, like murder and just overall death mixed with weird cartoon logic. That's the difference. I don't even know how you're fucking comparing them because they're in no way similar.
Now, of course, neither is bad, but you seem kinda hypocritical.
Also, transgender people aren't just like some quirky Gen Z trend.
I agree, hence why we need to stop making up genders that don't exist.
I hope you are not referring to xenogenders, because if you are referring to xenogenders, then we can add xenogender hater to the list of shitty things that you are. Fun fact, gender is literally a social construct, and you as a trans person probably know that, which means that anyone can literally feel like any gender and can have any kind of gender identity. Somebody wants to identify as fucking cat gender, they can go ahead and do that. Somebody wants to identify as dream gender, yeah, that's weird, I don't really like that, but you know what, go ahead, it's literally not hurting me. And the difference between dream gender and dream sexual is that dream sexual physically can't exist. It can't. But dream gender could exist because, as we know, Dream is a, I'm assuming referring to the character in the Dream SMP, he is a character with lore to him, and some people might feel gender envy when seeing this character, especially because he's a more evil character in his story from what I know. I'm not sure, I don't watch the Dream SMP, but from what I know, he is like an evil character, and a lot of people feel gender envy naturally to evil characters. I've seen like old people that are trans.
Oh, well, good for them then. I'm willing to bet they aren't too cutes, though.
Well, guess what? These fucking too cutes don't give a shit about your opinion on them, and you are literally doing nothing but harming your own community, so good fucking job, I guess.
No, you've never had a problem in your life when you make videos like this and you complain about him. Oh my god, someone called me lame, but there's like 25,000 kids in Africa who are fucking dying, or they just don't have food. But my problems are more important because you used the wrong pronouns, because you used the wrong fucking term, because you said lame instead of fucking cruddy or crudy or whatever the fuck you say.
Here we go again with the blatant transphobia for literally no reason.
It's not transphobia. He's saying that people worry too much about first world problems.
It's gonna be really funny when a Sensitive Society fan misgenders you and you say, hey, that's not very nice. I go by this gender and these pronouns. And then they say, oh, well, there are people in Africa dying. That's gonna be so fucking funny if that ever happens. And honestly, seeing as Sensitive Society fans are transphobic enough to raid my Discord server with transphobic messages and threats literally wanting to hang us, I would not be surprised if a Sensitive Society fan did that. But no, you just want to be edgy and offensive.
Yep, and that's why we enjoy his content.
I'm waiting for the time when you realize that sensitive society would totally misgender you if he met you in real life. Why are you making fun of trans people for the very reasonable request?
While I will agree that the joke could have been phrased better, I'm pretty sure he's making fun of two cutes like before.
Listen, I slept on this issue. I went to bed, I went to school in the morning, and it is like 10 p.m. right now. And so I got some sleep, and I thought about the situation more. And it's made me realize what the mental process you're going through. It's definitely not an excuse for your bullshit, but it's definitely an explanation for your bullshit. I understand how you feel with a creator that you obviously watch, seeing as you said that's why we enjoy his content, grouping you in with the sensitive society fans. And I get it, a creator that you love is being, people are saying negative things about them, and that's obviously not a new thing. There's so many videos of him talking about haters, and a lot of the haters are hating on him for the wrong reasons, like accidentally misgendering somebody once or something. But it's just, you have to realize that you have to suck it up sometime. You have to suck it up. You have to realize that you have to acknowledge the shit that he's done. Whether you want to keep supporting him or not is your choice, and I'm not going to hinder that choice or encourage you to do one or the other. And if you're not going to acknowledge the shit that he's done, at least don't start making this about a subject that you personally have a strong opinion on. Because here's the thing. About the two cutes thing, you obviously have a very strong opinion on two cutes, seeing as you've mentioned them so many times in this video. And the issue with that is that you want so hard in your heart to believe that he is talking about a specific group of trans people that you dislike instead of the whole trans community. He is talking about the whole trans community. And if you don't think that, which you obviously don't, you need to actually sit down, watch my video, and think it through, because you obviously just want so hard to believe that he is in the right, that you as a trans person is letting a cisgender man say this shit. I get it. As I said, I was a Creepshow Art fan. While what Creepshow Art has done is not comparable to what Sensitive Society has done. Creepshow Art obviously has done much worse things. When the Shannon drama happened, I was heartbroken. I was like, oh my god, people are making up lies about somebody who I watch and who I find comfort in. And I denied them. I said, no, this is not happening. This is all lies, no matter how much evidence was given. This can't be true. But I decided to suck it up. I acknowledged the things that she has done. I acknowledged that Emily Artful was a victim and of Creepshow Art's shitty behavior, and I moved on. I do not watch or support Creepshow Art anymore. And I'm not saying that you need to do that with Sensitive Society. I'm not saying that you need to move on from him. But I'm saying you need to move on from this stupid fucking drama and not paint me as being some idiot who's sensitive and hates Sensitive Society for making dark jokes. You need to at least stop spreading the misinformation that he's talking about too cute. And also, don't you dare use the starving kids in Africa bullshit. It's stupid. There's always going to be starving kids in Africa. Does that mean that anybody who's not starving in Africa doesn't deserve anything?
No, he's just saying the world doesn't revolve around you.
The world also doesn't revolve around the starving kids in Africa. Everybody's allowed to worry about whatever the fuck they want. If they want to worry about their fucking, I don't know, earring falling on the ground and they lost it, they can go cry about that. That's fine. Everybody's struggles are valid, whether you dropped an earring or you're like dying. Your struggles are valid. And as long as you complaining about your struggles is not harming anyone, there is literally no issue. You got a snake bite on your leg? Well, those kids starving in Africa?
Oh, hi, Raven Pines. Last time I checked, you can't die from being misgendered.
Discriminating against trans people, aka misgendering them, but there's obviously more to it, is one of the main factors on why the trans suicide rate is so high. Like, what the fuck is that logic? Like, why do you sound like a middle-aged white mom?
How so? If you're gonna straw man, at least be more clear with the straw man.
I don't understand how you hate the fact that I straw man yet watch Sensitive Society. Like, this man straw mans way more than the average problematic content creator, to the point where it's actually infuriating. To explain what I was saying about the middle-aged white mom thing, you obviously don't know much about stereotypes, so let me explain. Middle-aged white moms are known for being manipulative and shitty to their kids, and downplaying their struggles, like oh, you don't have depression, it's just a phase kind of thing. So yeah, it was a joke about manipulative mothers.
Or better yet, don't straw man at all and make an actual argument.
Maybe you should have told that to Sensitive Society instead of me. Like, calm down. It's just overall a stupid argument. There's always gonna be people who are doing worse than you.
True, but that's not the point he was trying to make.
Then what was the point? Seriously, what was the point? Because that was obviously the point he was trying to make, that trans people aren't allowed to be mad at people for discriminating against them because there are people dying in Africa.
But this. Don't say this. Say this.
No.
See, if you would have just said that and moved on, that would have been a good video.
So a video of him just saying no would be a good video?
I did not mean that literally he should have said no and then ended the video. I was saying that if he would have explained, this is why these words aren't ableist, this is a stupid point, this TikTok should have not been made, that would have been a great video. That's why it's called Good Video Concept, Shitty and Slightly Transphobic Execution, and not I hate this entire video point. If he would have taken out all the parts where he compared this fucking idiot saying stupid and dumb, those are ableist terms, to I am a trans person and you just misgendered me, so I am going to be mad at that. If he took out all of those comparisons, the video, at least that part of the video, would have been good. If you would have just said, hey, this is fucking stupid, goodbye, that would have been a perfect video. I would agree with it. Probably subscribe if it wasn't for your weird username. But no, you had to complain about modern day problems, even though they're not modern day problems. They're just problems that people have been being more vocal about. Like, transphobia has been around since forever. People are now just learning about it, even though it's definitely not a problem that Gen Z started. If anything, it's the boomers who started it.
Pretty sure prejudice actually existed way before boomers even existed.
That point was definitely worded weird, so I understand that you would misunderstand it. But I was meaning to say that, you know, boomers are one of the most transphobic generations. That's what the point I was trying to make.
But in a nutshell, this is a black woman saying that white people shouldn't adopt black kids.
You may hear what he just said and think, Wow, that's fucking stupid. And I thought that too, until I watched the actual TikTok that was being shown and his response. Just watch.
I was adopted by a white woman, and I just came here to say that white women who can't do black hair should stop adopting them. Stop adopting black kids.
Yeah, white people, white women, how dare you try to give a kid a life? The parent who put you up for adoption clearly didn't care about you. Or maybe they did, probably just say they didn't. So they gave you away, and you're mad because a white woman adopted you, went through all the problems, and you hate her because she can't do black people hair.
Okay, I think what he's not getting the point. The video is trying to say, white people, if you're going to adopt a child that has textured hair, you need to learn how to take care of said hair. And if you don't want to learn, don't adopt a black child.
Well, she didn't convey that properly.
I mean, I guess, but that doesn't change the fact that he strawmanned so fucking hard that I have no idea how there are comments in his comment section being like, oh my god, you're so right, oh my god, you're so awesome, I'm gonna subscribe to you. Like, it's so obvious, and I don't understand how his fans aren't catching on to this. Like, I get it though, because, you know, if you're a fan of somebody, you're going to overlook things that you wouldn't normally overlook. So I get it, but at the same time, he strawmanned that argument so hard that there are no straws left. There was a cup of straws, and there are none left in that cup. You're making it seem like it's spoiled to want good hair health. Black people have a different hair type than white people. They have to do different things to their hair to keep it good and healthy. A mother should be doing that for their child when they're young. But no, as long as you have food, shelter, and water, you're perfectly fine.
I mean, food, water, and shelter are signs of a good life.
I mean, yeah, those are the 3 basic things you need to survive, but that is not the sign of a healthy household or a healthy child.
It means you're not being neglected.
No, that is not signs that you're not being neglected, because not only are you ignoring signs of physical neglect that do not include the 3 basic survival needs, but you're also ignoring emotional neglect. And emotional neglect is very, very dangerous because it can lead children into self-destructive behavior that could end up killing them, like self-harm, suicide, drugs, alcohol. You could be getting beat at home, but nope, you have food, you have water, you have shelter, CPS won't care.
Since when was CPS brought into this? This is about hair, not child abuse.
Hair can be a sign of neglect and abuse. Like, if somebody has a lot of lice in their hair and it's not being treated, if somebody if a child's hair isn't being washed when it should be, if their hair is going a long time without being washed, those can be signs of neglect. If you saw a child with absolutely disgusting, gross hair, you would assume that they are being neglected because it's obvious that hair has not been washed or taken care of in a long period of time, and they are not old enough to be able to do so themselves.
Picked you up and some, raised you. Pretty nuts. Gen Z is truly hopeless. I fear for the future. And I am
Wait, those are the end cards. You screen record this? No wonder his video looks like shit compared to yours. Clip Converter is not that fucking hard to use.
Joke's on you. I screen recorded your video too. This guy is just completely missing the point. Don't really have any much more to add other than the fact that I don't even know if that woman's Gen Z. I haven't actually looked at that woman's account. I don't know that woman's account, and I'm not sure how old she is. How is she being unreasonable by asking white people to research on how to take care of black people's hair?
No, she was saying don't have the kid and don't adopt the kid. Not research how to wash black hair. Don't try to change the narrative.
That's funny, because Sensitive Society is actually the one that changed the subject, not me. Sensitive Society was the one who changed the subject from know how to do black hair if you're gonna adopt a black child, to don't adopt black children in general. You're literally ignoring the point that woman was trying to make. And you're only doing that because of sensitive society. If sensitive society was not in the picture, you would probably agree with me. White people don't have afros.
One of the most famous artists of all time is a white guy with an afro.
Yes, I was wrong. White people do have afros sometimes, but that still does not, change the fact that my point still stands that most white people don't have afros and aren't hairstylists, therefore they don't know how to do black hair. In fact, most white hairstylists don't know how to do black hair, which is actually like a huge problem. They should learn how to do that kind of hair when they're, doing schooling to get your degree to do that. But that's besides the point. I was wrong, and I'm not going to blame you for pointing that out, but my point still stands. The way that he says, oh, well, your parents gave you food, shelter, water, blah, blah, blah. That's like the same things that narcissistic parents use to manipulate their kids.
Okay, I will confirm that this is kind of true. But at the same time, it's also what parents say to tell their kids that the world doesn't revolve around them.
Now, what I'm about to say may seem like kind of a bold claim, but if an adult says this to a child, they're most likely manipulating that child. It is so normalized to guilt trip your fucking kids, and this is why people like you think that it's okay and that, oh, you're trying to teach your children that the world doesn't revolve around them. Well, guess what? They're a child. They're a child who needs care. When they are a minor, they are under your care, and because of that, you need to give them their needs to your best ability. And if you can't give them the needs that they need, maybe you should either, one, work towards getting them those needs, or two, not have children.
Alright, since we haven't hit the 10-minute mark, let's go over her second video on the whole thing.
Wait, it hasn't hit the 10-minute mark yet? Because I'm on 37 minutes. This is gonna be a long video.
The video is titled, Someone Apparently Reacted to the Video I Made on Them. Sensitive Society. Let's get into it.
Walmart creep show looking ass.
Creep show I wanna be.
Here, better.
Yes.
Hello, 'tis I. I literally look bald in that drawing. Oh my god. Remember the video I made on sensitive society? He apparently made fun of me in a live stream.
You mean criticized?
Seeing his content style of bullying children, I doubt that he was doing any sort of criticizing. And also got his followers to harass me.
Huh, that's a very bold claim. Do you have any proof or a clip of him saying this? No? Okay. Yeah, you have no proof of this. And while I can't find the stream, according to the comments, he did nothing of the sort. Even I asked you for a link to the live stream, and you said that you couldn't access it. Well, I'm a channel member, so I can access it for you. Though I think you're lying as of right now.
Now, I want to talk in depth about this because this was the biggest mistake that I made during this situation. But I did use a gut feeling to kind of drive that video, and I probably shouldn't have. That is a stupid decision. Don't do that. If you want to make a commentary video, don't be like me. I said that without any kind of proof because I didn't have any kind of proof. I just felt as if he did that because of the amount of hate I got. And now I've realized that, yeah, that was a stupid claim to make with no evidence. So I'm not gonna blame you for pointing this out. But if I need proof to show that he got his followers to harass me, you need proof. of showing that he wasn't talking about the entire trans community when he made his video.
Because he said to not harass the people he talks about.
I say, I didn't attack you, and I'm not the only one who's made videos on you. I don't support bullying, which is true. I don't support bullying, harassment, doxing, death threats. That's not cool with me. I don't agree with that, and I've said it multiple times. I don't support bullying, and if you actually watch my video on you, you would know that I don't make fun of the way you look at all.
That was a clip from "This insane gold digger wants to sue me over a video."
Ah, so he doesn't support bullying,
You know, this is exactly why we need to bring bullying back. I support bullying in 2022 and 2021. If I ever run for president, that will be my goal. That will be one of my promises. Bullying back. Bullying is acceptable. Being allowed to be toxic online, like 2015, 2016, is acceptable. So please vote for me in 2050 so I can change the world, so I could bring bullying back again. Because we definitely need it.
Oh, but he would never admit to supporting bullying.
Basically, this woman that Senses Society criticized claimed that he sent his fans to harass him when he didn't. If you want the context, the links will be down below. This shows that Sensitive Society does not condone harassment of other creators.
Oh, but he's totally fine with bullying random ass fucking TikTokers, some of which look like minors, for engaging in a popular coping mechanism. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the context of the last clip that I just showed was him talking about age regressors and how they should be bullied.
So do tell why you would do a 180 and suddenly bend that role for you.
I didn't actually get to watch the live stream.
Wait, so you didn't watch the stream? Then how the hell did you come to the conclusion that his fans went to harass you? Because some people left mean comments?
So earlier in the comment section thread that you showed, about me saying that I did not have access to the video, I said I don't have access to the video. If I did, I would watch it. So you saw that, acknowledged that that was something I said, and then you're surprised that I wasn't able to see the live stream. I literally told you that I didn't watch the live stream in that comment, and now you're surprised that I didn't? Also, there were also a bunch of people in my comments section saying, oh, well, I wasn't a member and I got to watch the live stream. Yeah, I really poorly worded my, how I explained what the live stream was. I very poorly worded it, and I'm sorry about that. Basically, I will explain in detail what I've been told. Anybody could watch the live stream when it was actually going on, but the second the live stream ended, it became members only. So, me, who is not a member and missed the original live stream, I wasn't able to see it. And I've only been going by what I've been told by other people, because only members of his channel can watch the stream. So yeah, he's a coward.
Or maybe he just wanted to make something special for his channel members.
I just made this awesome banger live stream, bro. It's special for members only, so only members can watch me bully a child. I love it how his fans in my comment section are saying, oh, he was just criticizing you.
He was.
And you know that how? Just like I don't know how he acted, you don't know how he acted. And the only reason why I'm saying that he was picking on me is because he literally picks on children all the fucking time. Him picking on kids is not new, and I would be surprised if he wasn't a fucking asshole to me during that live stream, because it would be weird for him to suddenly switch up and be, ooh, woo, I'm so nice, I'm gonna criticize this person. He doesn't criticize. He does not criticize. He bullies. He bullies kids, and he bullies kids just because he thinks it's fun, I guess. For money, maybe? I don't know if his videos are monetized. I mean, he's an adult, so probably. If he was criticizing me, why would he make the live stream members only?
Pretty sure if he did say, go attack this person, people would say something about it.
Sensitive Society does not have a mature fan base. And if the live stream was made members only after the live stream was over, that would make it very hard for people who are not members to access it. Meaning that unless you are a huge fan of him, you are most likely not going to see the live stream. And if you are not going to see the live stream, that means that you can't call him out. If you don't see it, you can't call him out. Also, his fans would not call him out. People excuse behaviors that they wouldn't normally excuse when they find comfort in a content creator. People do it all the fucking time. As I said twice, I did it with Creepshow Art when the drama first started. I understand how fan bases work. I understand how getting attached to a content creator to the point where you will excuse those shitty actions work. Seems kinda suspicious.
An imposter among us?
Maybe that he was literally trying to harass me and didn't want me to know that he was sending out his followers to be a dick to me.
So your only evidence of him engaging in targeted harassment is the fact that the stream was members only?
Well, yeah, like I said before, that's, I didn't have any actual evidence to that claim. I shouldn't have made it. I should have more said it in a speculating way, like, hey, I think he did this, not he did this. But I have more to point me to that direction than that. Like, yeah, that is definitely a factor. But it's also the fact that somebody in my Discord server actually told me, hey, this person is sending people out to harass you, after I made my first video, which caused me to make my second video. And I made my second video very quickly, so it was not the best.
Do you have schizophrenia? This sounds like schizophrenia.
You should probably be careful where you throw around the word schizophrenia. That can definitely come off as ableist, especially if you're trying to paint what I'm saying as stupid and then calling me schizophrenic. That's definitely not the best thing to be saying. Also, to the Taco King White Knights in the comments.
Everyone who doesn't agree with me is a white knight.
Ah, so we're mocking ACAB and BLM protesters now. Got it. Time to add that to the list of shitty things that you're doing. I'm not saying that he's some transphobic asshole who's gonna go hate crime a bunch of trans people.
No one made that claim, but okay.
While the way I phrased it was definitely over-exaggerated, people are literally in my comments claiming that I'm calling him an evil, horrible, transphobic bigot. I'm saying that he said some pretty transphobic things, intentional or not.
You can't be unintentionally transphobic.
I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and then you're getting mad at me for it. Also, you literally can.
At worst, it's insensitive. You really shouldn't listen to Dulu.
That's literally what my fucking video was about, the fact that he was being insensitive. Also, who the fuck is Dulu? Whatever, I don't even know. I didn't want some kind of hurtful apology out of him. I just wanted him to steer away from mocking trans people.
Well, you didn't convey that properly.
And how so? I'm pretty sure I conveyed that in a pretty clear way. I reacted to his video and talked about what I thought was wrong with that video. Seems pretty clear to me. You can be comedic and say, lol, Gen Z kinda suck, without mocking trans people.
Yeah, he wasn't mocking trans people.
Oh, I'm gonna cry, wah, boo-hoo, you got my pronouns wrong. That is the definition of mocking trans people. People were also saying in my comments section that he was using the pronoun thing as an example on why Gen Z is stupid. That literally proves my point that he said transphobic things.
Not really. Again, it was about two cutes.
Even if it was about two cutes, which it wasn't, it would still be fucking transphobic because two cutes are valid. Did people just not think before commenting? Because that literally proves my point. If he's comparing some fucking weirdo saying, oh, if you say the word lame or stupid, you're ableist, to a trans person who gets mad at somebody for disrespecting their pronouns, you are transphobic, my friend. His fans are being so sensitive, which is kind of funny.
Says the person who doesn't understand what dark humor is.
Transphobia is not dark humor. In fact, even excluding the fact that he was being transphobic, it would not be considered dark humor because trans people aren't a dark or taboo subject. Like, they're being like, oh my god, you criticized my senpai.
It's not the fact that you criticized him, it's the fact that you were bad at it.
Nope, it was the fact that I criticized him. Certain people were calling me racist because he's apparently not white, and I said that his name makes him sound like a white dude. Like, I didn't even know his race. I don't care about his race. And people saying I'm stereotyping white people. So I'm the sensitive one. I'm the one being sensitive. Yeah, I'm very much the one being sensitive.
It's not the fact that you were being racist. Trust me, you weren't. But it was more of the pot calling the kettle black, so to speak.
I'm gonna pretend I know what that means and move on. I'm pretty sure somebody, genuinely asked me if I was Creepshow art. I'm not Creepshow art. I get it. The hair is very similar.
It's not very similar, it's the exact same shit.
At a first glance, it may look like the same thing, but when you take a closer look and actually color pick the colors, you can see that they are very different. Shannon's hairstyle has very dark black and a bright red to yellow fade in the other side of her hair. With my Sona has a brownish orangey color on one side and then a gray. It's supposed to be black, but I made it gray to make it easier on the eyes and nicer to look at. So while they are similar concepts, they are definitely not the same shit. I didn't even base it off of Creepshow art.
X.
You can doubt it as much as you want, but you cannot prove that my character's hair was based off of Shannon, and it wasn't. I based it off of some dude on TikTok who had split hair, and I was like, oh my god, I should get my normal brown hair.
That was orange, not brown.
Wait until you learn that brown is literally just dark orange for my Sona. And I did, so that's how I got my hair. It had nothing to do with Creepshow art. So don't compare me to her. I don't like her, as most people don't. I'm not Creepshow art, and I'm not trying to be like her. I had somebody on my latest animation meme, the Paper Planes meme, say that it was cringe. And I'm pretty sure that was a Taco fan. A Taco King fan.
How do you know? For all you know, it could be some random douche in the comments.
I've never gotten a hate comment that was not because people thought I was problematic. And the comment was also made around the time when the Sensitive Society drama was at its peak, because it was very recent. I'm not sure when he made the live stream. If anybody screen recorded it and sent it to me, I would literally love that, because I just don't know how to get my hands on it other than becoming a member.
Well, I'm a member, but I didn't see it, so I'm gonna need a link. Just give me that and I'll look through the whole thing for you and find the part where he said to harass you. If it even exists.
That would be very helpful if it wasn't for the fact that I literally cannot get my hands on a link because I literally cannot access the live stream. And if you can't access the live stream without a link, then I can't access the live stream without a link because you're a member and I'm not. He most likely deleted the live stream. Well, hey, at least that's over, but I still have an outro to do. So, what is the conclusion of this video? The conclusion is that, 1, being a transmed and openly supporting lolis is not okay, and also, spreading misinformation on the intention of somebody's words is also not okay. You could have made a video criticizing my video without being shitty, because there were things in those videos that were bad that I think I shouldn't have added, like the afro thing and the whole way I worded the entire second video. For the love of God, guys, please don't be like this person. Please actually do your research. Also, don't support lollies. Yeah. Okay, roll the outro.